Hello, everyone across North America. This is John Garmendi with Sony's Professional Display Solutions of America, and we welcome you to a very special Tech Tuesday webinar. Today, we're going to take you on a tour of each of Sony's demo center locations, and at each stop, you'll hear from one of our sales support engineers as they showcase real-world applications of Sony's technology. At the end of the tour, you'll have an opportunity to ask questions during our live Q&A session. So please, throughout the webinar, drop your questions in the in-event question panel. Now, let's get started in New York City with our team lead, Karim Springer.
Thank you, John. And hello, everyone from 25 Madison in New York City. My name is Karim Springer, the Senior Sales Support Engineer with Sony Electronics. I've been with the Sony team for over 8 years now, and I have taken part in many Tech Tuesdays over the course of 7 years since its start. Today is extremely special to me because me and my SSC team members will be taking you on a personal journey throughout the country to take a close look at all the demo centers throughout the country. We'll be focusing on key technologies such as CLED, ProBravi displays, business projectors, PTZ cameras with AI technology built in, and last but not least, remote management cloud solutions, what we call DMP. Now, with that, let's take this quick journey. So again, here at 25 Madison, we have tons of products and solutions for you to come see. Right here in this particular conference room, we have two 85-inch BZ40Ls. It's unique because it has a deep black non-glare coating for those challenging environments where you receive a lot of ambient light. Nobody likes being in a meeting where you're seeing some type of reflection off the surface of your display. But in addition to having BZ40Ls, we also have CLED, 7 CLED walls here. BH models, 1.5 pixel pitches. And last but not least, of course, SRG 840 PTZ cameras with AI technology built in. Today, I want to spend a bit more time just talking about our crystal LED technology, commonly referred to as CLED. CLED offers an immersive visual experience that's ideal and suitable for a host of different applications and verticals, such as corporate lobbies and corporate boardrooms, retail, museums, command and control centers, and even in some cases, higher education. CLED comes into two main model series, a BH model series as well as a CH model series. For that BH model series, it's considered a high brightness model series. For the CH model series, it's considered a high contrast. The BH model series also have an anti-reflective coating, which will reduce any amount of ambient light bounce back. As for our CH model series, it's considered a high contrast model, which will produce high contrast level and black levels, which is 10 times greater than a lot of other direct view LED walls today in its class. Both this BH and the CH model series have a lot of standard key features, such as picture quality, ease of installation and maintenance, lower power consumption, higher refresh rate, and off-axis viewing. Oh, I forgot one more thing. Same color production at any lot. Here at 25 Madison, we have a total of 7 BH model series. However, for this presentation, I decided to bring out one of our regional demo kits. Our regional demo kits are CH model series, so it's going to have a glossy finish to it. The ones here at 25 Madison are BH series, so it's going to have more of a matte finish to it. Looking inside the cabinets, all that's inside the cabinet is your hub board, Ethernet cable connection, and your power. The reduced amount of hardware reduces the amount of heat that it's going to produce. The remaining heat is pushed out the back and out the top, taking that heat load off the front surface of your direct view LED wall. We do partner with TSI Touch in the event if you wanted to make your direct view LED wall interactive, due to the fact that our direct view LED wall is cooler to the touch versus other competitive direct view LED walls. Each cabinet holds a total of 2 modules. Each module holds a total of 6 cells. Each 6 cells is actually pre-calibrated at the factory. Again, making for that ease of installation. There's also magnetic screws that allows for each module to be connected to the cabinet. If I was to spin this demo kit around, you'll notice that I'm using a peerless frame. The frames that's on the BH model series here at 25 Madison are also peerless frames. However, in the event that you want to use any one of our 3 mounting frame partners, that's Chief, Draper, and RPV. We also provide installation services, both for installation supervision and installation commissioning. I wish I had more time to take you guys through everything that CLED has to offer. However, I do have to send you down to Fort Lauderdale. Travis has a lot of great stuff to show you guys. Travis, take it away.
Thank you, Karim. Hello, my name is Travis Burdick, and I'm the Senior Sales Support Engineer for the Southeast region of the United States. I'm excited to be talking to you today from our demo center in Dania Beach, Florida. This space is all about showing off big visuals and big performance. This experience center is fantastic. We share the space with Sony's residential team, and we have hosted quite a few customers here. More to come later on how you can visit this location as well as all the other demo spaces. Behind me is our Crystal LED C-Series, a 1.2 pixel pitch, 192-inch display wall. Needless to say, it is huge and stunning with its beautiful color reproduction. In another room here at this demo center, we are also showing the 98-inch BZ53L, the 85-inch BZ40L, and the versatile 75-inch EZ20L, all from a ProBravia display lineup. We didn't forget about projectors either. Featured here on site is another theater room showcasing the flagship GTZ 380 10,000 lumen native 4K SXRD laser projector. 2 other high-performance laser projectors are also available here on site, the VPL FHZ80 and the VPL PHZ51, both compact, bright, and perfect for a wide variety of spaces. My focus today will be on Sony's exclusive deep black non-glare coating on our Bravia professional displays. So let's take a look at the 98-inch BZ53L. I will cover some of the display's features and explain what makes this technology just so wonderful. As you can see, the extraordinary presence of our biggest, brightest professional Bravia demands every audience's attention. Blending cutting-edge technology with installation-friendly features, the 98-inch Bravia BZ53L adds Sony's unique, deep black non-glare coating for even more dynamic visuals that always stand out. With spectacular 780 nit brightness, cinematic color, and a huge viewing angle, plus a spacious 32 gigabytes of memory to store more apps and content, it's the 4K HDR professional display that's bigger in every way. We understand that brightness and viewability matters. Featured exclusively on the Bravia BZ40L and Bravia BZ53L professional displays, Sony's deep black non-glare coating technology reduces screen reflections and boosts image contrast, even under the glare of bright lights in retail stores, workspaces, and even classrooms. It's the key to dynamic visuals, bursting with true-to-life color and detail that inspire everyone from corporate visitors and staff to shoppers and students. So how exactly does the deep black non-glare coating work? For one, we use anti-glare technology. A microscopic unevenness is added to the surface of the display panel. Incident light is diffusely reflected in all directions, becoming a whitish blur that's less noticeable to viewers than sharply reflected light would be. We also apply a special low reflection coating, which is added to the surface of the panel. This causes incident light rays to interfere and cancel. This significantly reduces the strength of reflections seen by the viewer. Harsh room lights can mean gray, washed out images in retail stores and shopping malls, corporate lobbies, conference rooms, and classrooms. The deep black non-glare coating panel technology on the Bravia BZ40L and Bravia BZ53L reduces screen reflections that make other screens look dull and lifeless. Switch to the Bravia with deep black non-glare coating and wow your audience with vibrant, high-contrast 4K HDR images with rich, lifelike colors and deep solid blacks. At the end of the day, seeing is believing. So if you still have not been able to get yourself in front of a 98-inch BZ53L or even a BZ40L Bravia professional display, then please reach out to your local SSE, sales support engineer like myself, or account manager and ask how they can help you see it for yourself. It's really been a privilege to chat with you all, but now we are going to go out west to Texas where Daniel is standing by. Daniel, what do you have for us today out there in Plano?
Howdy, y'all. I'm coming to you from Plano, Texas. We're here in our demo center inside the Crestron facility, where we're showcasing solutions designed for seamless integration. Crestron is one of Sony's amazing partners. I'm grateful this facility is almost in my backyard. In fact, I've been hosting many customers at this tech center. This location features two of our flagship 98-inch BZ53L models in their training room. It also features a 55-inch BZ40L, a 65-inch BZ35L, a 65-inch BZ30L, and more. And of course, right behind me is the crystal LED wall. This is our BH series, featuring a 1.2 millimeter pixel pitch with 110-inch diagonal. Truly eye-catching. These solutions fit beautifully in corporate, government, and educational settings. My focus today will be in Sony's full lineup of Pro Bravia features, and I will also go into some unique solutions we offer, including device management platform and zero-touch provisioning. As you all know, Sony's Bravia lineup offers stunning 4K picture quality with vibrant color and incredible clarity. Sony's premium picture processing delivers crisp detail, rich colors, and smooth motion. This ensures that content will look stunning in any application, whether it's detailed charts in a meeting room or eye-catching visuals in a retail store. But here's the thing, Pro Bravias aren't just made for your living room. So what sets them apart from a consumer display? First off, Sony's professional displays come with an advanced exchange warranty. In addition, the professional grade build means these displays are made to run reliably 24/7. And because they are optimized for professional environments, they include a dedicated Pro mode with additional settings that give you way more control over how the display behaves. In Pro settings, you can fine-tune things such as the initial input source, set the display to wake up when it detects an HDMI signal, and even disable the remote if you want to keep things locked down. It's super handy when you're setting up displays in public spaces, hotel rooms, classrooms, anywhere you need consistency and control. Let's move beyond the screen to see how Sony has made life easier behind the scenes. Sony has built some unique cloud-based solutions, specifically for businesses and organizations that need efficient, scalable display management. Imagine you have a fleet of Pro Bravia displays across multiple locations, maybe in offices around the world, or digital signage screens spread across stores. Managing them individually would be challenging, but luckily, Sony has some solutions that can help. Sony's device management platform lets IT teams remotely monitor, maintain, and control all those displays from a single dashboard. You can push updates, adjust settings, even schedule when the device will power on or off without leaving your desk. With the extended control tab, you can even update your Pro settings to ensure you keep your display customized for whatever professional environment you are using in it. And it's not just about convenience. It also helps reduce downtime. Say a display goes offline or has a configuration issue. You can set up alerts to notify you in real time so you can fix it before it becomes a problem. It's a huge time saver and ensures all your screens are running smoothly 24/7. Now let's talk about another game-changing feature that can assist with installation, Sony's zero-touch provisioning. Picture this, you just got a shipment of brand new Sony Pro Bravia displays. Instead of manually configuring each one, which can be super time consuming, Sony's zero-touch provisioning means you can simply connect the display to the internet and it automatically pulls in the right profile preset by your IT team and the display configures itself. It adjusts all the necessary settings and downloads any apps you may need. Not having to physically set up every single device saves lots of time on installation. It's plug and play on a whole new level, perfect for large-scale deployments or rapid rollouts. So if you are looking for displays that deliver stunning visuals and bring powerful back-end management tools to make installation, monitoring, and maintenance easier, Sony Pro Bravia has you covered. Now we're headed north to the Windy City area. Brayton, what's happening in Aurora?
Thanks, Daniel, and thanks everyone for joining me. Have you ever thought about what makes our Bravia Pro displays so special when stacked up against our competition? Hi, I'm Brayton. I'm the sales engineer supporting the Central US. I've been with Sony now for a little over 6 years, and I'm so excited to be coming at you from the Peerless AV Demo Center here in Aurora, just outside Chicago. We filled this space with all Bravia Pro models, including the 98-inch BZ53L, the 55-inch BZ40L, the 55-inch BZ35L, the 55-inch BZ30L, and the 55-inch EZ20L. Giving you a full view of our product line. Behind me is the powerful C-LED CH Series 1.2 pitch 5x5 cabinet 137-inch wall, designed for environments where scale and clarity matter. And yes, we've got the SRG A40 camera here as well, rounding out the perfect AV ecosystem. I want to give you a quick high-level overview of some of the unique onboard and cloud-based features built into Sony Bravia's professional displays. Features that really set them apart in corporate, education, and retail environments. And the best part? These capabilities are all made possible because Bravia Pros come with the powerful System on Chip, or SoC, right inside the display. That means no external media players, no extra boxes, and no complicated add-ons. Just one streamlined solution. So let's start with Pro Mode. This is where Bravia shows its true flexibility. Pro Mode allows integrators or IT teams to customize the display behavior. Things like button lock, input restrictions, default power on settings, and much more. For example, if you're rolling out dozens of displays across a hotel, a school, or a corporate campus, Pro Mode ensures that they all work exactly the same way every time, without the need for manual setup. It's about consistency, reliability, and reducing service calls. Next, let's talk about signage free. This feature allows you to run digital signage content directly from the display. Again, thanks to that built-in SoC. That means you don't need a separate media player or subscription service to get your content on the screen. You can upload images, videos, even set up playlists, all managed natively. For a retail store, a lobby, even a cafe, this makes digital signage simple, cost-effective, and maintenance-free. Now, on to meeting free. Think of this as Sony's way of making meeting rooms much easier to use. Instead of walking into a room and struggling with remotes and complicated menus, meeting free simplifies the experience. The display automatically detects connected devices, optimizes settings for presentations, and can return to a default state when the meeting ends. It's designed to cut down on wasted time and make collaboration much smoother. Moving on, Cloud API functionality. This is where Bravia Pro really opens up for integration with larger ecosystems. The API allows IT teams or developers to remotely monitor, control, and manage displays at scale. Imagine managing hundreds of displays across multiple campuses. You can push updates, adjust settings, even troubleshoot without physically touching the screen. It's powerful for enterprises, schools, retail chains, and beyond that want centralized control. And finally, the HTML player. This is built right into the display and enables you to run custom web-based content without extra hardware. That means interactive dashboards, live data feeds, campus maps, or even branded portals can all be displayed natively. It's extremely flexible because if it runs on a browser, chances are you can put it on a Bravia Pro display. So, to recap, Pro Mode gives you control and consistency. Signage free makes digital signage simple. Meeting free streamlines collaboration. Our cloud APIs enable large-scale management, and the HTML player lets you bring in custom dynamic content. And again, all of this is possible because of the system-on-chip architecture built into every Bravia Pro display. It's what allows Sony to deliver not just a screen, but a smart, scalable platform for communication, collaboration, and engagement. Thank you for watching, and I hope this gives you a clear picture of how Bravia professional displays bring value to all of our customers. Now, last but not least, we're heading to the West Coast. Let's send it over to Kane in San Diego.
Thanks, Brighton. Welcome to our headquarters in sunny San Diego. Here, you'll find the full spectrum of Sony display solutions from 98BZ53L, 65BZ35L, all the way to our 55EZ20L. The showroom also features the crown jewel 274-inch B-Series 1.5 C-LED wall. It's the ultimate immersive experience. We're also showcasing the SRG A40 PTZ camera and the ELF SR2 spatial reality display, a mind-blowing 3D visualization tool that requires no glasses. Speaking of SRG cameras, my focus today will be on Sony's latest and greatest upgrade, the SRG 3.0 firmware. So let's get into it. The 3.0 firmware adds 3 new features: tracking range, fixed angle position, and lead room effect. Tracking range limits the camera's tracking to a predefined area or zone. When the subject steps out of that zone, the camera stops tracking and returns to search within that predefined zone. Fixed angle position allows the camera to track the subject to a predefined area and automatically hold the frame within that zone. The subject can move freely within the boundaries of the predefined zone. Once the subject steps out of the zone, the camera resumes auto tracking. Lead room effect, the tracking composition is automatically adjusted to provide space in the direction of the subject's gaze, depending on the orientation of the subject's face. This leads to a more natural composition akin to, professional camera work. And back to you, John, to wrap things up and hear from our audience. The entire SSE team is here live to answer any and all of your questions.
Thank you, Kane. Great job, everyone. That was some good information, and those demo centers are really fantastic. At the end of the Q&A, we'll share with everyone ways in which you can actually access those demo centers for your clients. We encourage all of our resellers and channel partners to come on in and schedule some time, and you can do that individually with each of our sales support engineers. So we've got a lot of questions in the chat, and I appreciate everyone. I appreciate everyone who's contributed thus far. So we'll take the first one right off the bat. This is from Donald. Donald asks, is this a live event? So Donald, the individual presentations were of course recorded, but this Q&A here right now is indeed live. Let's see. Let's stay with Donald. And this one I will toss over to Daniel. So Donald asks, is Sony Device Management Platform free or subscription?
Yes, so the device management platform is a subscription model. It's based on per display, but there is also a free version of cloud-based management software. This is mostly for provisioning, called Device Provisioning Tool, and that is a free version just for setting up the displays. So getting the initial settings and profiles enabled on the display. That will be through the device provisioning tool if you don't need monitoring and maintenance and control after you set them up. Then that is a free version, but the device management platform is a paid version.
Thanks, Daniel. Let's see. This one is from Rudy. So, Kane, Rudy is asking, can the SRG A40 be controlled through external applications such as Crestron or Extron?
Yes, Rudy, the SRG A40 can be controlled via a third-party controller. We have built-in modules for Crestron, Extron, and just recently a control module for QSYS.
Fantastic. Let's stay with you, Kane. I've got one from Lewis, and he asks, do you have any PTZ cameras with a USB output that incorporate the AI technology?
We do have a PTZ with a USB output, but you would need a one of our secondary devices like the REA C1000 in order to use the AI licenses. So it doesn't have native AI, but it does have a USB output. That would be the SRG X40U.
Fantastic. Thank you. This one is from Juan, and I'm going to toss it over to Travis. Travis, Juan asks, are there any Sony displays, either pro or consumer, that have the deep black non-glare in addition to the 40L series that you mentioned in your presentation?
Yeah, well, thanks for the question. And but currently, the deep black non-glare coating is found on the 40L series and the BZ53L series. That's primarily where it's at now. But you can also get a deep black non-glare coating on our Verona virtual production displays. That's a scalable video wall, and you can also do that. There's an anti-reflective coating similar on the BH series of our crystal LED displays. So there are some other options there, but currently it's on the BZ53L and the BZ40L.
Okay, thank you. Karim, this one is from Steven, and he's asking about the CLED demo. Said like it looks like it had quite a few fingerprints on it. How well do those clean off? And how would a user do that without damaging the individual LEDs or the modules? Also, as kind of a follow-on part too, he asked, is there another a version that may support touch using an IR ring that wouldn't show prints?
So those are a couple good questions, but I'm going to tackle it one at a time here. So again, that's the demo kit that I was using for my presentation. So it get used a lot, as you can see. But it is capable of being cleaned. I like to use a regular fiber cloth, if you will, just to clean it off. I wouldn't use any type of harsh alcohol or anything to clean off the surface of your direct LED. But simple solutions like Windex, even some water that will work to clean off the print. In terms of any direct view LED video wall that will minimize the amount of prints you will see, I will highly recommend utilizing the BH model series because they have more of that matte finish to it. So you won't see as many fingerprints as you will with the CH model series because the CH does have the glossy finish as you will see in my presentation there.
Thanks, Karim. Yeah, Stephen, just remember C for high contrast, greater than 1,000,000 to 1, and BH, high brightness, which is the matte finish version of our crystal LED direct view LED product. Let's see. Another one. Oh no, I'm sorry. This one is from Kristen. So Kristen asks, what formats does Bravia signage free support? And then she also has a follow-up question. Can you provide a use case for the HTML player?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. So Bravia Signage Free actually works with most of the most common image files, such as PNG, even GIFs, JPEGs, of course. If you have a 4K display, which would be all of ours except for maybe our 32-inch, those will all be they'll all be compatible with our Bravia Signage Free platform. As far as videos, MP4s, and some other formats, most of the most common used ones. But on top of that, it also has a version of HTML, but you can put a URL directly into it, and it can natively run a web-based content source for the Bravia Signage Free.
Fantastic. Thanks, Brayton. Karim, another one for you. Lisa is asking in the chat, do you have any type of configurator or calculator to use to create a crystal LED design?
Absolutely. And the great thing about our online configurator tool, it really will give you a lot of good information like resolution, power consumption, as well as heat load. But in addition to that, it will spit out CAD files if you need it. The way you get to the online calculator, if you was to go on the Sony Ace portal, you'll just go and scroll down to Crystal LED, and that's where you'll find the configurator tool for CLED. It not only does I know in my presentation, I didn't talk too much about virtual production, but we do have direct view LEDs for virtual production as well. And inside that configurator tool will also give you the configurator data for that direct view LED wall as well.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. And let's see if we can't get that CLED configurator calculator link into the chat for all the members. And we'll have a link for you right here during the webinar as we take more questions. So Daniel is asking, and this one is for Kane, or maybe Karim. It depends on who wants to field this one. Is your camera control app based or via the device's IP?
I could tackle that one, King, if you don't mind. So when we're looking at the SRG X1, the SRG A40 and A12, it is web-based, and the way you get to the camera is based on the IP address of that camera itself. Now, you can either set a static IP address or you can set it to DHCP, but it is a web-based management portal, if you will.
Thanks. So I'm going to toss this one over to Travis. So this is actually a product that was not, I don't think was mentioned in any of the presentations. But Travis, I think you can provide CC with a little bit of an overview on spatial reality display. Can you give a description of SRD and what it can do?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, spatial reality display is one of those products that you have to see to believe it. So if you've never seen it, you should head to one of our tech expos or to one of any of our shows or demo centers, because it is an impressive 3D display that you don't need goggles and you don't need like glasses or anything. You can just view it in 3D. It's a single person kind of experience, but I mean, it's kind of great for things across the spectrum. So if you're a designer or an engineer and you're trying to show somebody what their space might look like from design, you can see that in a three-dimensional space. If you're doing 3D design, 3D printing, working with CAD files. I mean, at one of the Infocoms, we showed the design of our entire Infocom booth, and we had that loaded live so you could see a 3D design of the booth that you're in. You could use it for cars. You could use it for virtual production, utilizing Unreal Engine. You can use it with Maya, ZBrush. There's so many programs, and there's been quite a few additions to it. So if you go to the pro.sony.com website, there's a lot of updates and information on all the plugins you can use. One of the coolest to me was Blender. Blender's a free program, so you can tie it into Blender with a program with an app plugin, and actually create a 3D object. Download any 3D objects and then see that asset in 3D in real time as you make adjustments. Gaming, entertainment, and it can be used in advertising. We were showing you can do video walls with it. You don't have to have it at an angle. You can put it at a 90-degree angle. I mean, it's a lot. It's one of those cool tools that Sony puts out, and it's kind of, we've got an idea of all the verticals it can work in, but then, we're leaning on the customer to kind of fill us in on what the creative ideas are that they could utilize it for too. So if you've never seen it, please see it. It's definitely a really cool tool.
Excellent. Thanks, Travis. Grim, I've got another one for you. It's from Donald. He asks about the CLED, CLED mounting. So his question is, how is your CLED mounted?
Well, CLED can be mounted directly onto the wall. We do work with full frame manufacturers. All the frames at 25 Madison is utilizing a peerless frame that's mounted directly onto the wall. However, we do work with RPB, Draper, and Chief as well.
Okay, thank you. This one, I would say that this one is in reference, doesn't refer to a product, but I believe this is in reference to the SRG A40, A12. Kane, Thomas says, you mentioned Crestron and AMX. I'm sorry. No. This is actually for Daniel. Daniel, you mentioned Crestron and AMX is a device management platform, also compatible with QSys.
Yeah, so the device management platform is Sony's own monitoring and management platform. So it's not compatible with additional third-party control platforms. However, we do have control APIs for the displays that have been developed by our partners like Crestron and QSys.
Okay, thank you. I've got a question here from Rick asking which previous BZ series are compatible with digital signage free, the H or the J series? Karim, I think you're the resident historian. Maybe you can.
You're dating myself here a little bit, but Rick, yes. So both the H series as well as the J series supports Bravia signage free. We just recently, maybe about a year or two ago, we just released Bravia signage 2.0 version. That's really on the L series. But to answer your question directly, both the H and the J model series support Bravia signage free.
Thanks, Karim. Hey, Daniel, I've got a question from Maureen regarding the aggregation tool. Can you, let's see, let me make sure I read this through here. When scanning the QR codes on the boxes for the displays, is there a way to aggregate that information to put it into DMP for provisioning? So kind of combining those two solutions that you described, can we take the information from the aggregation tool and then import that into DMP?
Yes, so like you mentioned, we have developed what we call our serial aggregator tool, SAT tool, which is a web application which allows you to scan, multiple QR codes for displays, and it'll export the MAC address, the serial number, and the model number in a CSV file for you to use with bulk provisioning on the device management platform. This app is free, and you can download it, and it makes it really easy to bulk provision multiple displays at one time because you can upload that CSV file, copy that information over to the DMP, and then you have all your devices provisioned at one time.
Okay, great. Question here from Stephen asking, okay, Stephen says he got in a few minutes late. Is there a contact list for the sales support engineers on this presentation for direct follow-up questions? Yes, there will be. You didn't miss it, Stephen. Good news. We're gonna post a map at the end of the it looks like we're posting it right now. So there's a map of all of the SSEs across the country. Our team with all of their contact information. If you want to grab a snip of that, I guess we'll leave it up for a minute or so, and in the meantime, we'll continue to take on some questions. Let's see. So David asks, not just for entertainment industries, but now also corporate end users and higher ed users are doing more virtual production. Does Sony have configurations of CLED or other LED that will work well in the corporate or higher ed applications where virtual production can be achieved by Pro AV users without the full broadcast or production movie experience? So I don't know if we want to maybe start with Karim and then Travis and Kane chime in as appropriate.
Yeah, that sounds like a good flow. I can start at a high level, just explain the different types of virtual production, different LED walls that we have. So for CLED Verona, that is our 1.5 and 2.3 pixel pitch. It both utilizes megapixel and Brompton as a controller. But we also do have a Capri model series as well, which is a 2.5 pixel pitch. The big difference between the Verona and the Capri is really the mounting, the chip on board for Verona, sorry, and the surface mount device technology for Capri. When it gets deeper into different type of applications, I'm going to toss that over to Keen and Travis.
So different types of applications you can use, speaking specifically for Verona and Capri, I would say, I guess based on your question, are Are you looking to have the flexibility of, you know, a virtual production uh, output as well as, your standard direct view LED experience, or strictly, for studio purposes? Because depending on what you're actually like looking for, uh, I can kind of answer that, flesh out that question a bit more.
Yeah, well, and I mean, virtual production is definitely a topic that can be an incredible deep dive and rabbit hole that you can go in for a long time. It's kind of one of those things that's subjective, so it's how complicated you want to get with it and how not complicated. Because technically, virtual production is what's been done with like green screen, blue screen usage, or like back in the day when you would see the projector behind a driving shot, and now it's just a new tool to achieve the same outcome with a different look, which is with direct view LED to give you a more realistic look. So ideally, you don't have to, if you have glasses or anything reflective on, it would reflect green and blue and all these colors. So you would have to paint those out or paint the edges to like tighten up to make it a realistic thing. But with virtual production, you don't have to do any of that. So it really can be incredibly difficult to tell what's real and what isn't. When it comes to higher ed and corporate type setup, a lot of times, the need is not for the deep dive that you would be doing for cinema. So the key really is to reach out to us and have a bigger discussion and try to decipher what exactly your end goal is. For example, I mean, it gets, if you're doing broadcast, then you might need a 1.5 pixel pitch for, and that would be Verona. If you're doing cinema and you've got a bigger space, then you had to have the camera further away from the wall, then the 2.5 Capri might work, and that might, work with it depends on what works with your budget too. But we have the cool thing about Sony is we have the tools for tracking, we have the cameras, we have, almost a complete ecosystem. We work with a lot of partners to complete, the conversation that you use from Unreal Engine or whatever is displaying your content in the background. Um, so, and a few years ago, we had a really good simplified example of corporate virtual production at Infocom, where basically we had a crystal LED wall, and it was simulating a window so that whoever the CEO or person speaking could appear to be from wherever. Um, yeah, I mean it is again kind of like the spatial reality display. It's a really fun kind of topic because there's so many creative things you can do with it, and and definitely something that I would just hit up your local SSE and start those meetings and conversations so we can bring in all the right people to talk with and help you figure out what the best combination of tools you're going to need for your end goal, if that makes sense. Hopefully.
Thanks, Kane. Thanks, Travis and Karim. Obviously, it's a topic that could probably easily have its own Tech Tuesday webinar, and that might be a good future a good future topic. We'll keep that in mind. But yeah, if you wanted to have David, if you want to have further discussion, but I think I would just wrap up all of that by saying, last month at the New York AVIT Expo, there was actually a panel where we spoke just about that, right? Corporate and education use of virtual production and how it's actually on the rise and within reach of those markets as well. So if you wanted to reach out to either Kane or Travis and have further conversation, you're certainly welcome to do that. We're coming close to time, so I just want to finish up on the last few questions here. Andrew asks about the Cisco certification for the BZ40L. Andrew, I suspect by the question that you may be engaged already on a project, and as you know, our product management team is working together with our US-based technology team and the folks over at Cisco to drive that to completion. So stay tuned. We actually capture everyone's contact information here, and if you opted in, any questions that didn't go, that went unanswered, we'll certainly follow up with you on. And Andrew, that one might need a little bit more, little bit more communication off webinar. Donald asked another question: is the BZ53L a 98-inch display? Yes, it is. It's actually the FW98 BZ53L is the full model number. So with that, I think we've addressed almost every question here in the chat. Like I said, don't worry if we didn't get to your question. We capture all the questions and someone will reach out to you. We want to thank our panelists for the great job that they did sharing all of your insights. It's an amazing sales support engineering team that we have here at Sony. We want to thank everyone who joined the webinar, everyone who submitted questions during the Q&A. And if you have additional questions, including how to sign up for the demo center, again, please reach out to the sales support engineer in your territory. As a reminder, our AV Tech Expo is going to kick off next week in New York City. Registration is still open. We're going to be highlighting some of Sony's newest AV technology and sharing a bit of a preview about what's coming next. So you definitely won't want to miss this one. You can find the registration link below, and it'll be at our corporate headquarters, 25 Madison Avenue, on the 24th and 25th of September. And lastly, remember that you can catch all of our previous Tech Tuesday sessions on our YouTube channel. And be sure to join us for our next Tech Tuesday on October 21st, where we're going to be talking about behind the scenes, Sony's innovations in virtual production. Well, there you have it. I said it would be a good future topic, and it's already there. So look, everyone, thank you so much for your participation as always. And by the way, if you have any recommendations or suggestions or things you'd like to see in future Tech Tuesdays, by all means, please don't hesitate to reach out and send those along. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day, and we'll see you again real soon.